All right, in the vein of too much news and not enough gossip, we're going to do another entertainment series here. Who we got on the list today? We got Bill Murray and his accusations. Some people have accused him of being a little too hands-on-ish. So the Me Too movement is sort of coming back there. The TV show The Witcher, which is on what TV? It's on Netflix. Henry Cavill said he is out. And that is a very big deal. And I'll explain why when we get there. Who is this? Oh, Tom Brady. I couldn't read my own handwriting. I said Barclay. I don't know who that is. Tom Brady. He's getting divorced from old girl, and what I want to know is this bad luck? Because he's losing all his games. He's getting divorced. Like, he's a Trump supporter too, so maybe he just got a little too close to Medusa. We don't know. We'll see. So what is his future looking like? There's a Russian TV host, Ksenia Sobchak. I heard her say her name once, and now I can't repeat it. But she is purportedly rumored to be the goddaughter of Vladimir Putin. Rumored. She has now fled Russia because she criticized the Kremlin. So she has fled. I want to see what her future is. Neil Patrick Harris. Every 2 days, a story comes out about something he said in the past. So I want to know, if somebody got it out for him? Like, why is all of your old stuff coming back again? And I'll tell you a couple stories on that one when we get there. Paul Haggis. Paul Haggis is a director. He directed some movie. Good Lord, let me look it up while I'm here. Pause for the cause. This is a long video anyway, so just give me a second. Paul Haggis, we'll see. He's a Canadian screenwriter. That he is being targeted for a rape case. They're bringing rape against him, a rape charge. He said it was consensual, that, there's now been 4 women to testify against him now. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of people on his side because this has come up because he has criticized the Church of Scientology. So, we got to look and see, are they trying to do him in, or is he an actual creepo? Because 4 women have now come out and testified against him, but there's a lot of people that are saying, no, I don't believe that that's him. But they said that too about Bill Cosby, right? So, we'll see. And then the last one I got is Miss Dolly Parton. She has a rock and roll album coming out, or that she's working on, so I want to see the success of that. So, we'll start with Bill Murray. The accusations against Bill Murray is he is a jerk. He's a little too hands-on-ish. What does this say for his career going forward? Because he was working on some project, and some people left it, and somebody else wanted to pull it, and he was coming out and apologizing and all this type of stuff. So his career going forward, Bill Murray. Lettuce and tomato seed. The Queen of Wands, oh, there's a woman there. The 8 of Swords, so some restriction. And a woman, maybe all in the elevator, I don't know. King of Swords, there's a man. 10 of Wands, there's a burden. Knight of Wands, the Lover's card, and the Star, the 8 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, and the 6 of Wands. Look here. Look. I don't know Bill Murray. I've never been a fan. I mean, I don't have anything against him. I've just never been like, oh, Bill Murray movie. No. But I don't see. I think this is like 60-40. Some of these people are jilted because they're from the past, or he's not with them, or something of that nature. Because the Lover's and the Ten of Wands, the King of Swords and the Knight of Wands. This is a relationship of a sexual nature for me, and it didn't end well. So, which means there's no sexual battery or nothing like that. What they're more claiming is that he's touchy. That he likes to feel, he likes to touch, he likes to grab, he likes to do those type of things. That's where this is. There's your 60. Five of Swords, you're a little too hands-on, sir. And you may be taking too many of the liberties. Because Five of Swords, Lovers, King of Swords. So people you think you can do that to, you did that to. In my opinion. Again, I don't know nothing. I'm just here. Knight of Wands, Lovers, and the Star. You may have pulled the bill too, Bill Murray, and say, hey, I can help your career, if you sit on my lap for 8 minutes or something. So there's some sort of, I think you're a creepo, but this is just me. Again, center of attention, person using their celebrity for artificial gains, something you wouldn't get otherwise is what I mean. So you got the Five of Swords and the Six of Wands. Celebrity, the bully, the dishonor, the win at all cost. This person here, somebody doing a lot of talking, was supposed to be in a relationship for their stardom, and it didn't work. So there is some jilted people. I'm going to change that from 60-40 to like 90-10. There's maybe one or two people that you were supposed to help, but you didn't. And then these people here, no, this was outright harassment, if you ask me. But again, entertainment purposes only. What do I know? Henry Cavill. Okay, so here's why this is a big deal. In The Witcher, Henry Cavill is the biggest Witcher fan I have ever seen in my life. I like The Witcher too. The Witcher, for those that don't know, is a story about monster killers. They're human beings at one point. They're actually children when they start out. And what they do is they put them through the rites of something. I forget what it's called, but it's basically a transformation. And what you do is you inject children, little boys, because there is no female witchers as far as I know. But there's little boys that they're either orphaned or you take them from their parents because you paid their parents for them or something. Because this is back in the times when everybody was dirt poor. And you either can't feed them, so sometimes what they do is they send a child on the trail of treats, which is they'll tell them to go into the forest and there's all these like sweets and cakes and things, and they follow that trail, eating all the cakes and the cookies just to be kidnapped or killed or whatever, because they can't feed them, and so they just send them out into the woods. And so anyway, they get these kids and they put them through this transformation. And a lot of them do not survive the transformation because it destroys your body, basically. And those who do become witchers. They are mutated, though. They have no emotions. They're stripped of emotions. They have heightened senses, so they can smell and hear and see a lot better than people. They can use witcher magic, so they can summon fire and that type of thing. So they kill monsters, basically. That's their job. They go from town to town collecting money to kill monsters. And so Geralt is the star. He is a witcher. He is played by Henry Cavill, the man who played Superman and all that other stuff. Henry Cavill loves him some Witcher. When you hear him talk about it in an interview, it's like he wrote it and this is his pet project. This is his baby. He created it. And his camp, his PR people are saying that he is too busy right now to continue with The Witcher, so he's leaving the project. Everybody else is calling BS and saying, no, a person that into The Witcher is not going to just leave the project. I mean, this is the biggest, he is the biggest Witcher nerd in the world, so why would you leave the project? This makes no sense. Everybody else is saying it's creative. He hates the way the show is going. Again, he is the biggest Witcher nerd. He knows all the lore. He knows everything about The Witcher. He said once in an interview, he literally stayed up for 24 hours playing the Witcher games and reading the Witcher books, and he didn't go to his meetings the next day because he was still, like, he is that dedicated to the Witcher. And he's read everything, he's watched everything, he's played all the games, he's read all the books. Like, he is into it. He knows everything about Geralt and his life and the Witcher. He loves it, not just knows everything about it, but he likes it, right? Why would you leave it? Let's see. He's saying he doesn't like the way the creative is. Because if you're that into it, and then people start changing things, and things look stupid and goofy, and you think, this is not what I signed up for. You guys are doing it a disservice. I'm out. Liam Hemsworth apparently is going to be the new Geralt, so we'll see. So how is this going to work? Or why did he leave the project? That's what I want to know. The Emperor, man in charge, and the Sun. Five of Wands, disagreements. Now, this could be conflict too, because mind you, his camp is saying conflict with schedule, because he's currently, I think, about to do the House of Dragons, and he's about to film Superman. So he's got a job, but when you're that big of a star, people will put things on hold for you. But anyway, Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords, Magician, skill, talent, power. This is the actor. Restrictions and fighting. The Ace of Wands is creative in the word of warning. The creation, the ideas. Six of Cups. Something is, it's not pure. The acting is not pure. There may be some on-set problems too, maybe with a particular woman here. And the Six of Wands, the star, celebrity. I think it's creative, but maybe I just influenced it. But here in the word of warning is your creativity. The creation, conflict, restrictions, the Emperor. I don't think he liked where his character was going either. Here with Geralt, I don't think he liked where his character was going. There's some sort of problem here with a woman in power. So maybe it has something also to do with Yennefer, because this is a female magician. And that in the story, she is a sorceress. So maybe there is a woman here, and then it's not pure. It's not what it's supposed to be. It's not a depiction or adaptation. It's too much of an adaptation. You've adapted way too much. You should have just done it the way it was written. I think it's creative. That's what I think. He don't like it, and I think somebody else ain't gonna like it either, but... So let's do that read while we're here. Netflix. Did we just make a mistake here, partner? Let us see. Did we just make a mistake with The Witcher? Did we? Page of Swords, bad news. Uh-oh. Did we just make a mistake letting Henry go and the creator of the show? Because me personally, I don't need it to be exact. I think, though, all the actors should have been white, but that was just my opinion. Instead of all these different rainbows of colors, because they're not white in the game, they're not white in the book, or they're white in the books and they're white in the game. Make them white in the show. I get why they're not, but it's just odd to see. But I don't need it to be exact because I'm not that big of a Witcher fan. So the Ace of Pentacles. Did you make a mistake? The Magician, the Empress, the Death, the Chariot, Six of Wands, the World, the Five of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. It's not the biggest mistake in the world. The big mistake is going to be Liam, I think. Or maybe somebody else in the show, but it's the star. Person at the center of attention, the celebrity, Six of Wands. And he is the biggest name on the show. I don't know who all the rest of those people are or were. The Ace of Pentacles and the Magician. This is an offer to the person of skill and talent. This is the power or actor, as we said before. The Five of Wands and the Death, that is a mistake to let Henry go and just not stick to the story of The Witcher. There's a woman who may be also out, or she is transitioning away, possibly too. I don't know who, because there's another one that feels like she's coming in. But as far as the world goes, or media, or the audience, yeah, a lot of them are going to leave too. So I think, yes, this is a mistake-ish, but the Knight of Wands says you do push forward, you do persevere. Mind you, Henry Cavill left after season 3. He was supposed to be there for 7 seasons, so put that in your pipe and smoke it. I think it'll totter on. It will. With the Knight of Wands, it'll keep going, but I think some of your audience is not coming back on that one. So who's next? Tom Brady. That child. Tom Barclay, as it looks like on my paper. Tom Brady. Tom Brady is getting divorced from the supermodel wife. He's losing all his football ball games. Shouldn't have voted for Donald Trump. So what's going on for Tom Brady? What's in his future? Well, are things going to look up, or is he just like Harold Melville in the Blue Notes? He's just having some bad luck. That's what you got. That's what you got. Let's see. Tom Brady. Future for Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Or was the Medusa your downfall, sir? Because you know, Donald Trump did it to a lot of people. He was the booger and the sugar, I tell you. So let's see. The Wheel of Fortune. So this is, okay, so here's where we start. Good luck. Your fortunes may be turning unless you get a bad card on top of it. Then, you know, just go in for the winter and brace for the summer. The Eight of Wands. Okay, so we got movement, something quick. So this may be a quick turnaround. Something's turning around quite quickly. Two of Swords. Decisions. Okay. The Hermit, the Judgment, the Six of Wands, the Devil, and the Void. So we have some quick turnaround of luck, but it's more towards drinking and ice. I shouldn't lie. I didn't mean to say it that way. That's why I had to giggle. But towards drinking and isolation, so, you know, maybe... Oh, stop it. That's not funny. Maybe... Lord Jesus, that's a shame. I don't mean to laugh. I really don't. Because it's sad. He's losing everything, you know. But maybe sitting in a dark room with some BB King and some scotch or something. Nobody loves me but my mother, and she could be jiving too, type of thing. So there's the Hermit, the Three of Cups, so drinking in isolation. And the Judgment, the Two of Swords, you don't know what to do because your mind is clouded. Because, I mean, you know, it's rough. You know, his wife, they didn't have a bad relationship or anything. He didn't, like, cheat and... Well, that's not what they're saying. So what she's saying, the woman, I forget her name. I can't pronounce it anyway. So what, Giselle something, right? Giselle Benedatos or something. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She's saying that he was not present enough. Like, okay, I supported you in your football career, dude. Now that you don't have to play so many games, like, can you slow down and, you know, spend at least 15 minutes with the family type thing? And he's all but the football ball game is on, and so I need to go play the football ball games. And so she's like, you know what, go ahead. You know, if you like football ball that so much, then you just marry it. And so I'll give you all the time in the world, and I'll divorce you, and you can go marry your football ball, and we're going to go over here and be a family. Now, mind you, I get what she's saying. But now that you're divorced, he's definitely not present now. So, but she's cutting her losses and saying he's not present because he likes football ball more than he likes us, and so we out. So that's where the clouded judgment comes from, and I think he's about to slip into a slight addiction issue here too. Maybe some self-hurt, not self-hurt, but some self-hate type of thing to where he's like, oh, you screwed up and this and this. So I think he's about to go into that place. I don't see depression, though, mind you. I just see possible drinking it out. So, but, because his celebrity is about to decrease dramatically. But he has an opportunity to regain a whole lot of stuff, if not everything. Because I think what needs to happen for him, he needs to hit rock bottom. Once he hits rock bottom, he'll see what was important. And so for Tom Brady, I think he needs to weather the storm and then get back with Gabrielle Benedictus, and then there you go. Or whatever her name. Get back with Giselle after you hit the rock bottom. Or see if she will. I mean, she might have moved on and is tired of you at that point. So, I don't know. But he has to hit rock bottom first, because this isn't his environment. This is what's going to be going on. This is what he's going to be going through. So, but he has the opportunity. Word of Solace is the Ace of Pentacles, and the world's in the end. He has the opportunity to get it all back. So we shall see. Speaking of names I can't pronounce, Ksenia Sobchak. Ksenia, Ksenia. She is the rumored goddaughter of Vladimir Putin's, and she is fleeing Russia, or she has, because she is being critical of the Kremlin. So, let's see. How does her future look? Fleeing the Kremlin. Fleeing Russia because of her criticism of the Kremlin, I should say. The reason she is in this entertainment news is she is a TV host. She ain't just some, regular goddaughter of Vladimir Putin. She's a celebrity there. So she is a TV host. So she is fleeing everything. She's got celebrity status. So it ain't even like, she can go somewhere and hide. They don't know who she is, but, how far are you going to get? There's the world and the strength. So what's going on in her future? She may be conquering a situation here with the strength card. She may be doing a lot better with the world card too. Something is ending, and something is actually ending in a good way because it's being conquered with the strength card. The King of Wands, the Hermit, the Temperance, the Queen of Cups, the Tower, the Emperor, the Devil, the Hermit, or the Hierophant. So right now, again, forewarned is forearmed, lady. Right now, we're doing good. We fled, or we're at least in a position of strength. Okay? For the world. She can go where she wants. Temperance and the King of Wands. There might be a man here that she is fleeing with or fleeing to that she might feel some safety with. The Hermit and the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. There's also a powerful man here who is searching. And then there's the Tower and the Word of Warning. They're going to find you. And then the Devil and the Word of Solace. There is no solace. And then the Hierophant. Someone in the government is looking. So there's, mind you, it may not be necessarily Vladimir. It could be her father or something like that. But there's a man here who is head of something, company or something. He's finding you, though. We'll just leave it at that. Lord Jesus. Neil Patrick Harris. Did somebody have it out for you? So here's what's happening here. They're bringing up everything he's ever said that was horrible in his whole life. He said something, I think, about Harry Styles once. He did a barbecue or some sort of party where right after Amy Winehouse died, he had a party where he had a meat platter that was modeled after Amy Winehouse, and so it was like her corpse was on the table, is what it was supposed to be. And so it was very, very distasteful. He apologized for it then. He apologized for it like 5 months ago because they brought it back again. So everything that he's ever done is coming back. But why? Does somebody have it out for you? Neil Patrick Doogie Howser Harris. Let's see. The Seven of Cups. The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is gaslighting, is confusion, throwing some stuff out there. And the Two of Cups is someone you knew. Somebody that you used to know, as the song says. Somebody may have it out against you. King of Wands, whoever that would be to you. Ace of Swords, the World, and the Fool. Yes, somebody is putting these things back out there. It's one in particular person that just may be dropping them to different websites. But yes, somebody is on the search for Neil Patrick Harris stories to try to do you in for some reason. Okay, so what was this relationship and what did you do? What did they do? Why is somebody out to get you? Come on out then. Come on out. If you want to come out, come on out. There's the devil. We'll put it back in, see if it pops back up though. What happened? What had happened was 1, 2, 3. I can't stand when people count. Why am I doing it? The anticipation of you stop counting it makes me crazy. Anyway, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Okay. What happened with this relationship? The Ace of Wands, in action, the Four of Wands in the house. So somebody you possibly lived with as well. Not necessarily romantically. Could have been a worker or something in a house. The Magician, the Death, the Six of Wands. This may have, came back out again. The Death and the Devil. There's something that happened in this house around your celebrity. Well, this could have been another actor too. Page of Wands. There's in the look. God dog it. The word of warning is the talking. This is my headlines card, my news card, sharing stories. Even though the Page of Swords is your gossip, this is not gossip. It was gossip, but it's true gossip. This is stuff he really did and really said. Because they're just getting it off his Twitter and all these other things. So, but the exposure of the deeds. Tower, devil. Exposure, dirty deeds. The exposure of the deeds. And then here in the word of solace, the Temperance. Thought you made it up. I guess you didn't. Wheel of Fortune. Somebody's going to keep with these stories too about your celebrity. Now, mind you, you thought you made it up, but here's the thing about a jilted person. They say, "Oh, I'm so sorry I did this to you," and okay, I forgive you. And then 40 years later, you remember when you did this? This is what's happening. This is what's happening. They got it in for you, homeboy. Be careful of the people you step on your climb to the top, because you just might see them again on your way back down. Paul Haggis, Lord Jesus. Paul Haggis. Paul Haggis. Are you I can't say for entertainment purposes only, but are you a sexual deviant? I won't say the R word. Are you a sexual deviant or is the Church of Scientology trying to do you in? Are you a sexual deviant, or is the search, yes, is the Church of Scientology, because where is it at? Is the Church of Scientology trying to do you in? Because all of the Scientology people, like the Leah Remini and all the people who have been targeted, they're all coming to his defense and saying, nope, it's the church doing this. It's the church doing this. He had a relationship with one of the women that's accusing him, or a consensual encounter. Is it the church or is it him? So let's see. There's the devil, judgment and the devil. So announcements from the devil, or judgment from the devil, or judgment in the... So let's see what this is. 8 of Wands, there's some talking. The 4 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, this is work and communication, day-to-day life and communication. Knight of Wands in the house. 10 of Swords in the word of warning. Somebody trying to do you in. This is backstabbing. This is back. If I got the Lovers here, if I got a woman here, if I got the Empress here, if I got something in the word of warning that was anything related to female, I would say, nope, I think he is a Bill Murray dirty person. But the 10 of Swords is backstabbing. It's loss and ruin. The Strength, the Hermit, isolation, and the Tower. Somebody's trying to do you in, home, boy. 2 cards of devastation and loss. Somebody's trying to do you in, and it just could be the Church of Mystical People and Magical Things. Not what you want to see when you got enemies at your back. So, his career. Let's look at Paul Haggis' future. Going forward. Now that we know he has been targeted. Because this is what they do, mind you. They did it to Leah. They did it to everybody. They went and got that child's father, and he did videos on her on YouTube. I did a video. I watched her do a interview on Stephen Colbert. And right before the video played on YouTube, guess what ad played? Was a ad for the Church of Scientology that, no, not for them. They paid for it and put it out. It was Leah Remini's father saying how horrible she was. And then after that ad played, there was Leah Remini talking to Stephen Colbert. So, like, these people are something else. So, Paul Haggis, your career going forward, what does it look like? Because 4 women have now accused him. And that's the thing that really does it, is when it starts building in numbers, it's like, well, everybody's not lying. And that could be true still. I mean, both, like, for instance, me and the Andrew Cuomo thing, I think Andrew Cuomo, it was a political hit job, and I think he did it at the same time. So it's not, the two don't have to be separate. Knight of Cups and the King of Swords, the Moon, the King of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, the Empress. There's the Empress now. Now that we're talking about your career, the Empress appears in the word of warning. And then the 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and the Fool. You'll be fine in the end. You'll have to go through a lot of pain and trauma and trepidations and any other kind of dations. You'll have to go through a lot of that. So the Knight of Cups, the King of Swords. This is going to hurt the image a lot. 3 of Swords and the Moon at the top and the bottom. It's going to hurt your image a lot. It really is. I think what needs to happen, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, the scientist, he had a Me Too thing too. And a woman came out and accused him of inappropriate behavior because he told the story. He said, there was a woman in my house for wine and cheese, and we talked, and she left, basically. She's saying that he was a little too aggressive, and he hugged her a little too long or a little too hard or something. He's a touchy person. If you watch his interviews, he touches everybody that's close to him. He likes to grab and touch, and he's very animated, so that's what he does. But he was cleared, it came out, this was just a garbage story and all that type of stuff. He was cleared of those charges or those accusations. Afterwards was the important part. He went on The View and went on Stephen Colbert and went on the shows with large audiences that he's welcomed at and all that type of stuff. And he got to talk about it and saying, you had an issue with the Me Too thing, and you were cleared of the charges. And so he got to talk about it. He got to tell everybody that I'm cleared. Because all you ever hear is the accusation, but never the clearance part. Nelly, the rapper, was accused of rape, and he was cleared, but nobody heard about the clearing part. They heard about the accusation, though. And so it's that type of thing. I think that's what you really, really need, because this is going to hurt the image. Three of Swords and the moon obscures, and the Three of Swords is pain and separation. So it's going to hurt the image a lot. The King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. You need some big friends, though, to give you some boost and some push. But there are some people very, very, very well connected within Hollywood who still like you. So, but the Empress, anything new that you had coming up, I would shelve it for right now until all this passes. Not only does all of this pass, I mean all of it. The story, the aftermath of the story, all of that. Because you need to repair the image first and then get back to your projects. Because the Six of Swords is a transition, but it's a painful one. It's like this times two in your boat. You're carrying the swords, you're carrying the baggage, so you're never going to be free of this completely. And so you're still carrying the baggage, but you will transform your image a little bit. You will move on to calmer waters with the Six of Swords. And then the Fool, you'll start anew. So whatever this new project is, put it on hold. Put it on hold for a couple of years even. I would say 1 year at the most, or at the least. And then you can jump off the cliff and explore and take the leap of faith and all that stuff. So whatever this new project is, keep it under wraps until all this mushy goss passes, and then boom. Okay. Well, Lord Jesus, y'all in that Church of Scientologists. Dolly Parton. Let's end on a good note. Last reading, Dolly Parton. She has a rock and roll album she's working on now. It's hard to sell records in this climate and day and age, especially for someone who has had a career that expands decades. But Dolly Parton is part of pop culture because she is the godmother of Miley Cyrus. So she was introduced to the younger audiences, and not to mention is Dolly freaking Parton. Like, she's got fans all the way from 15 to 115. So, so Dolly Parton, rock and roll album. The success, or not so much, of the rock and roll album. Because, mind you, they want to put her in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And she was like, oh, there's so many people that, you know how Dolly is. She's so gracious. There's so many people that deserve it over me, So I declined, but you put somebody great in there. They're like, that's the exact reason why we want you in here, for just what you said. Anyway, there's a tower. Uh-oh. And the hangman. Okay, so that's not bad. So something goes awry and then something pauses. That's not a bad combination. Why? Because this is what you want to do. Or Seven of Pentacles. When you hit the tower, mind you, the tower's not always bad. It could just be revelations. And the hangman is enlightenment. So we'll see what else is around it. But if the hangman or if the tower happens, you do want to pause and see what the heck just happened. So let's see what's around it first. The Ace of Wands, the Fool, and the Judgment. Okay, so we got enlightenment. So the tower is a revelation. Something may spark. Oh, this is a collaboration too. I just heard. I don't see it here. I just heard that. There's a collaboration coming. Someone got wind of you doing a rock and roll album. So there's some sort of revelation and a perspective change and some enlightenment on how to move forward because this is a new action in Judgment. So this is like a new decision that's being made. The Fool, beginnings, and Knight of Wands, progress. So if you receive the tower in your read and everything around it is not negative, Don't read it as a negative. But if it's got some negative around it, then read it as upheaval. Because mind you, the tower is not insurmountable. So even if, like, say, for instance, you had like the devil and all that stuff around here, that just means, okay, this project is going to hit a very big hurdle. But once it hits that hurdle, then sweep up the rubble and keep it moving. The tower's not a bad thing. Let it happen. But this is a revelation, because this is also enlightenment. So I think someone's going to try to work with her. There is some loss, though, here with the Five of Cups. There's some disappointment upon somebody here that is either no longer part of the project, they're pulling away from the project, or maybe they even passed away, because it could be sudden with the tower here. So now you can read the tower with a negative connotation. So there's some sort of person here that is either dropped out, fall out, or they passed on. So there's some grief and some sorrow, some loss in the word of warning. Queen of Pentacles, a good judgment by a woman here. The Seven of Wands, higher ground, and the Two of Wands, there's plans. So this may actually spark something new or something else. So she may do a little tour or something like that too, because this is also a worldwide potential. Not that she's going to travel the world, but there's some worldwide potential there too. So as far as the album go, the album will do what albums do in this day and age. They don't really sell albums anymore. They buy songs. So you can buy 2 songs off a whole album and not the whole thing. So there's no real album sale information here. This is speaking more about the project. So, in the vein of too much news and not enough gossip, that has been our entertainment news for today.